What's poppin', people? It's your boy Loco Lou, and I'm here joined by somebody who was with us last time, and we're about to bring him in. Just forgive me, I'm using my phone this time. I'm not even using a laptop. It's just a little weird
You
using my
mean
this time around. So let's do it this way. And what's poppin', Maz?
what's popping? Hold on. This is your show. There we go.
Oh, see, thank you. See, got the assist from Maz. Thank you
Yeah.
for
I'm
helping
really
me.
Loco Lou in disguise though, and I can prove it.
Oh, dude, that was fun.
Hello.
I come in, I'm like, I want to be like Mom when I grow up. I'm like,
See,
I don't
I
want
said
to lose
hello.
my hair.
Oh man, it's great. It's great being here. But I wasn't here last week. Remember, you had the afternoon show.
Yeah, I
Afternoon
remember I
show.
had the afternoon show with the missus, the late exclusive uh because it was exhausting. Hold up, I gotta move my mic a little bit.
Yeah, I was
There
gonna
we
say
go.
you got a big thing in your face.
Yeah, I know it's called a Yeti. Um, and no, not a Sasquatch, but a Yeti.
Uh-oh. Oh, there you go. I
And
was
there
bringing.
goes my alarm.
Oh, okay.
So, real quick, yeah, that was my wife. That we did hash on Saturday before, and try to get this charger going because I'm doing everything remotely now, and I'm just seeing how this works versus me using this laptop that I had before, which for some reason was very grainy from time to time. But either way, yeah, we did have show Saturday unboxing for the shoes, the headset, and the what was it? The I got the playing cards, and I
Okay.
did open the cards. The playing cards is pretty cool, but I didn't do an unboxing and stuff like that. See if I get myself another pack just so I can have some fun. But as Maz goes through the chats, everyone who decided to join us and watch us this Saturday morning, thank you. So we got uh, Kenny
You got,
Lang
and you got Noble Young, who's the first one here.
and
Already.
Noble Young. Noble Young. Thank you, Noble Young. You got Louise. We see, hello, brethren, and everybody in the chat. You see, that's my boy Luis. Thank you. And then, of course, Maz. He says, "I am Loco Lou. Hmm. I want to be Maz when I grow up." See what happens when you give a man a little bit of power, a
It
little
was
bit of control.
accidental. I didn't realize I was going to pose to you, but yeah,
But that was
apparently I
fun.
did.
That was
Um,
funny. I like that. I like
so
that.
yeah. All right, I'll stop. I'll stop abusing that power now. I'm just gonna
No,
scroll for you.
it's funny. It was funny, man. I didn't think nothing of it. That was funny. But
You got
yes.
one more hello to say here. Hold on,
Who
let
else
me
we
get
got?
down
Who
to it.
else we got
Yeah.
in the chat? Oh man, that is my sister right there. What's up, bro? What's up, sis? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Yes, I know it's gonna be a little crazy. It's gonna be something, something chill. So thank you for joining us. So today we're going to be talking about a few things. First and foremost, let me see if I could do this through the phone because it's weird. I've
Let me
never
know what
done.
you need to do because I have control too. I can do things
Yeah,
unless
I know you can do things, brother. I appreciate that. I
like
just
when you
want.
were trying to add me and it took like 5 minutes for you to do that. I was like, is he trying to add me? Because I can do that.
Yeah, no. It wasn't the ad. It was the layout. So I'm over here looking for
which
my share tab. Here
which
we
one do you
go.
want? Oh you want to share your screen? Okay.
Yeah, I want to share screen, but it's not showing me. Let me see.
I don't
Nope.
know about on the phone how to do that part. Like,
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, and I'm gonna try. Let me get to. We're
you can
gonna
always
talk
just send me
about
the links
the
to
link.
whatever you want to
Exactly.
share, unless it's
Exactly what I'm gonna
another.
do. See, Maz. Maz knows. I'm gonna send you the first link, and we're gonna talk about that. But I'm gonna send it to you through um Instagram. So
Whatever boats your float.
yeah. So wherever boats my float, you already know. Oh shoot. This is interesting. I've never done it through my phone before, so you see me going click. So before you click that, Maz, before you click that, I
You
got
said Instagram. Oh, you say okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
in the group.
yeah. Go ahead.
And then we got one more that I'm gonna share with you, and then we're gonna talk about the meat and potatoes. Meat and potatoes. Okay,
Potatoes, as my grandmother from up north used to say. Potatoes.
potatoes, potatoes,
She would say potatoes.
potatoes.
She was French, you know. I mean, well,
That's good.
French
You know.
descent, so they did that kind of thing.
All right. So, the first thing we're going to talk about, which is exciting to me, and I know exciting for everyone else who remembers the '90s Turtles and the live action stuff, which is the announcement for a live action Last Ronin R-rated movie. So, this is from the Hollywood Reporter, and it's official. It's going to happen. It is going to happen. And this is also within the cusp of us getting an update in regards to um, getting the last Ronin video game, which we got an announcement last year about it, and we were all hyped up. But then we heard about the layoffs, and we wondered what would that do for the video game. Is it going to push it back or cancel it entirely? Because we've seen that before with like the Mandalorian, that a game will be in production and then they lay off everybody and then kaput, done. Shout out to FBJ, thank you for joining us, brother. I appreciate you. And basically, it's one of those things where it's like, oh man, that sucks. But then we got the good news that yes, they're still following through. We're gonna have a God of War style Ninja Turtle game that's gonna be violent. It's gonna involve Mikey, if you don't know. And here is the film where it's going to take off. And I think, remember Maz, a while back, I want to say sometime last year, we had a guy who was just doing the '90s Turtles. They did Donnie first, and then they did Leo in a CGI format, fighting some Foot Clan members.
No, I
But
missed that one.
that individual also did, or I think another individual did a Last Ronin, and it's him speaking, saying, "I miss my brothers," and all that other stuff, and he was about to commit seppuku.
Hmm.
So
But that
it
was in the
was,
book too.
huh?
That was in the book too.
Yes, that was in the book, but
Spoiler.
he was creating that specific panel and he did it in CGI and put it out there for the world to see, and everybody was like dumbfounded from it. I know me and brother cousins, we were watching it and we were choked up because the music was on point, the cinematography was on point, and this is all done by one individual, that which was crazy, and I love that. Maz, you want to take over FBJ's question and see what he says?
FBJ says, "Yeah, the last Ronin movie better be like that TMNT test footage we've been seeing online," which I assume is what you were talking about, the test footage thing.
Yeah, so basically, you see Donatello kind of swinging his bow staff. He looks exactly like we saw on the NECA figures. So the same expression on the NECA figures, that's just what you see in the live action, or the CGI representation. So he's swinging the stick, and he comes and he swings at the camera, and then it cuts because it's like, I want to say like less than 30 seconds. And Leo was a little bit longer, pushing almost a minute. You see Leo uh, cutting up foot soldiers, and at the end, he cuts off the arms of a foot soldier while stabbing him. So after cutting his arms, he just impales him, and then let's go. And that was the end of it. He just laid waste to everybody. It was a beautiful, beautiful scene. But this news got me super, super, super excited. What do you think, Maj?
Dude, I'm stoked, man. I'm stoked for a couple reasons. I mean, one, Last Ronin, phenomenal story, great, great story arc. I like this alternate, or well, this future thing, because it also gives the opportunity to introduce some new characters that were introduced in the last Ronin book, so that maybe we'll start seeing more of them, because I'm really interested in some of them. Um, so yeah, I'm pretty stoked. And then, financially, I think I shared this with you already, but
Yeah.
this is just gonna go up and up. So
Oh,
this is
hold on, hold on.
signed by Eastman. Oh, that's
Not,
the wrong button.
let me solo you.
I
I
got
was
it. I got it.
You got it. All right, cool, cool, cool.
Um,
No glare, please. No glare.
that light
So,
is
so I can see.
okay. So this is signed by Kevin
Mm,
Eastman and 9.8 CGC. This is a variant of the last Ronin #1, and
nice.
I like this one. This is actually the inspiration for the photo I used in the story today.
Yeah, very
So
nice. Thank you for that, Maz.
yeah,
Um,
I'll
I
show you that
like.
too, just so you guys can see it. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's an awesome cover art. The 9.8, man, can't get no better than the 9.8. But
You
yeah,
can't
man.
get 9.9 or 10.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that's the standard. Like you normally don't see 9.9s because you don't see a 10 either. But it's like I gotta get it out straight from the factory to get it pressed right there. you know, like
Well,
oh
this
yeah,
is actually one of those thicker carded stock type books, and it's one of the bigger books. So it's actually fairly. I mean, if somebody takes care of it, you can get a nice high grade pretty easily. But once they open it, you're going to start worrying about creases because it's got that cardstock cover.
mm-hmm.
So, but I'm just trying to find this before I put this down, just so you guys can, it's the same thing I'm working on my shirt right now, actually. But
Yeah, well,
there.
won't you just put it down, show the shirt, because you gotta advertise the shirt a little bit. But
Well, that's the print that's on the shirt right there. So,
yep, there we go.
and that's the shot I did in homage to this cover of the book. So that's the NECA turtle. I bought two of them, so I had two swords. I did that specifically to have two swords because
Nice.
on the cover he's got a sword on his back and he's got one in his hand with his thumb lifting the blade out of the sheath. So yeah.
Yeah, see, I need to get me another Mikey, just cause I wanted the extra accessories to have double of all the accessories instead of just having one of each. So yeah, dude. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. Mark P in the house. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. FBJ saying good morning, Mark P. With
And
the
then Kenny says they're kind of skeptical of a live action rated R TMNT.
yeah, yeah, I know because it's Nickelodeon stuff like that. But being that now that we have Deadpool going rated R and we have Disney kind of, like, okay, we're gonna give the thumbs up for the rated R movie because remember, Fox is now owned by Disney and Disney is pushing the Marvel stuff, and you know that was the biggest worry for Deadpool 3, which is Deadpool and Wolverine. Is it going to be rated R? How bloody is going to be? How gory is going to be? I don't think it's going to go too far. And plus, you got to remember he's very vulgar, very very vulgar. One f bomb, one or two f bombs, oh, you could get away with.
Well,
Um,
yeah, Kenny,
yeah,
good point, Local Lou. Deadpool didn't
yeah,
even cross my mind,
yeah.
but
So it's like there's a content for children and there's a content for adults, and then there's the content that adults allow their children to consume. Growing up, it was horror flicks, it was sci-fi flicks, it was action flicks, and a lot of them had swearing in it and violence and all the other stuff that we see in adult content, right? So I came out fine. I ain't a criminal and stuff like that.
you
You
do
know,
have childish things on your head.
that's because I am like Michelangelo. I refuse to take responsibility and be an adult and grow up. But then again, I do have responsibilities and I grow up, but I still have my childish stuff around me and on my head. But if I had no more hair, I'll still be doing it too. You know what I'm saying,
Oh,
man?
oh. Well,
What's up, the tattoo?
let me comment on this movie thing real quick.
Go ahead, please.
So I'm looking at this article, and there's a couple of red flags I have. I mean, now
What?
before I lay into those, though, let me just say I really want this to happen, and I want it to be good.
Facts.
The red flags are though is Tyler Burton Smith, who co-wrote the upcoming R-rated action movie Boy Kills World, which that's not out yet, but they also did the Child's Play 2019 interpretation. I don't know if I really am on board with that, but the real big flag is Walter Hamada, because remember he was in charge of DC,
Yeah.
and DC didn't do good. So I'm gonna hold it back. He also oversaw though the Conjuring and It franchises. It I thought was actually kind of weaker than it should have been. But
Yeah. I
one
see
thing,
it in that, but then again, who else? Who would you want to take that? Take the reins on that. You know what I mean?
well, I see you, but so this guy though he's no longer uh with Warner Brothers. He's with Paramount now. So obviously he didn't make it with. I mean, granted, Warner Brothers is a they're all
See,
kinds of confused. But
exactly. Warner Brothers is Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers has been flopping for a while, and you can tell with the content that they produce. Paramount, they've been holding on strong with some of the contents that they've had throughout the years. Granted, Popeye was a flop. I don't know why you chose Emoji Movie versus Popeye. Popeye would have sold. Popeye would have sold that
yeah,
CGI leak trailer, that little teaser thing. That was perfection. Like love Popeye, and they didn't know how Popeye was gonna fit in a world that was like the world we have today because it was so pro man
yeah.
and a sin to have pro man stuff now. Like granted, ladies can have their ladies, but let the guys have their stuff. Yeah, we have John Wick, but Popeye's a part of that. You know
You
what I mean?
know, you know what would impress me if I saw the guy's name on here that just did Fallout. If
Dude,
that guy's name was on here, I'd have no more because Fallout. I mean, I binge watched it all on Wednesday night when it dropped. Phenomenal. I know nothing about the game. I don't have the game,
wait,
but
wait. So, where can I stream Fallout? Because I
Amazon,
get great shit.
Amazon.
Amazon? Oh, I'm watching that shit this
Yeah,
week.
it's all 8 episodes went up at once. So boom, and
Yes,
it was
Benji.
great. But I mean, if his name was on that, I'd be all aboard. I'm just hesitant to get into it because really Eastman and Tom Waltz, they did a great job. Maybe they should have been tapped to be at least part of that conversation up there for the movie because I don't know. I really don't want them to just throw stuff at the wall and see if it sticks and not, look to the source material and make that work. And the other thing that really bothers me is the fact that they got to sit there and say, in the marketing right now in the article, we're making an R-rated movie.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it have to be R-rated? I'm not saying it can't be, but why does it have to be that goal? Why can't it just be adult or
Why can't it be that happy
adult
medium
rated
PG-13?
yeah, it could. This could easily be a PG-13 movie. I mean,
Yeah.
given what PG-13 now does,
Yeah,
PG-13 covers a lot. You can get away with
it
a lot
does.
in a PG-13 movie. It's not like it used to be.
It does. But real quick, I want to say good morning to
Yeah.
Luminara. Good
Hi,
morning, Lumi. I know I think Leo's doing the rest of Figure Flex Friday right now. Because it just
What?
popped up on my phone. I don't know how it popped up on my phone.
Flex Friday.
Yeah, because sometimes we end up pushing the event a little bit further, but I don't know. My notifications is acting a little funky. But good morning, FBJ saying good morning to everyone. And yeah. See, the reason why I think they're pushing for the R-rated stuff is because a lot of the content stuff that we have. One of the most
Renz
in the world,
Tolentino.
Renz Talentino, who throws a fart and a masterpiece just comes out of it. I'm just saying. Just and that's it. Wow. I'm still waiting for my Turtles commission that I'm gonna be putting in. I know this summer I'm gonna be like, yo, Rand, I got a mission for you, my man. Turtle power all the way.
He just edited the stream is all it was.
Okay. There you go. Thank you, Lumi. Appreciate that. Just popped up on my phone too. See, FBJ just confirmed it. That's what happened. So I'm not bugging. I am not bugging. There we go. I call wait, real quick. Look at what Red Tennessee said.
I was getting to it.
Yo, that is so funny.
Kenny Lang says, I kind of agree with Maz a bit. The new Batman movie was PG-13 and still had the fault gritty feel. And that's what I'm saying. It doesn't need to be R-rated. I'm not saying don't aim for an adult theme, an adult, whatever. And you can advertise it as, a more adult-oriented turtle take so that people know that it's not going to be just, cowabunga all day. And you don't have to say R and pigeonhole yourself there. Because then you're going for R for the sake of going R and not for the sake of the story. Well, that's my problem.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. If we're going according to what TMNT did in the first film was R. The first film was R, but the story was awesome. It followed faithfully
the
to
90s movie was R? No.
I believe it was R.
No. It
Because
was PG.
if it wasn't R, that right there nowadays is considered R
Why?
because of the violence, the blood that you saw. You saw blood on the turtles. You saw blood on Shredder. Like, remember, it's very finicky the reasons why they give the R rating and the swearing. They didn't have much swearing in TMNT.
Well, it's one of the reasons why I probably didn't get the R because it was PG. It,
Yeah, because if it was PG and it had that R vibe, dude, they could do it. But here we talking about deaths, like legitimate deaths. Like Shredder, we didn't see him actually die. It was more of like a, oh, oops, he's kind of tucked away and they put him away from later. But
yeah, it was
here,
PG, by the way. I just
it
looked
was
it up.
PG.
Yeah.
Okay, but even then, that movie was considered violent, and they had to go and rewrite Turtles: Secret of the Ooze because of it.
Hmm.
Parents uproar, it was too violent and stuff like that. Blah 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 blah. I think the R rating, it's more of it has to be a little bit more faithful to what Turtles is supposed to be representing by IDW. Not so much as the animation. The animation is fun and go lucky and goofy and stuff. Granted, Turtles, fighting dinosaurs that are aliens and stuff like that isn't goofy enough. But when you're talking about like the tone, all the Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird stuff, they had more of a serious tone than
Yeah, that
anything.
was an R-rated book. That was adult books.
Bingos.
Um,
So they're trying to stick to that because when you see the deaths of these characters, they didn't die like in very like off camera kind of stuff. If they were blown up, they were blown up. If they were stabbed, they were stabbed. Especially like me, the one that hits hard is Raph's. Raph's death is different. Like he bulldozer his way and he's keeps going when he was going after Karai. But
hmm.
dude, it's like I think the reason why they're doing it is to put eyes on it because all the other Ninja Turtle movies were just a little okay, it's PG-13. It has action in it, but is it going to be another Michael Bay flop? Is it going to be like Michael Bay? Because Michael Bay has awesome action. Like speaking of which is going to be the topic we're going to talk next. Um, when you look at the action sequence in Turtles and stuff, from Michael Bay, the action sequence is good, but there's enough goofiness in there to kind of be like, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
they'll
watching a
pan
Turtles
over to
movie.
Mikey or something for an effect to be like to make a joke or something is what they tend to do.
Yeah, they'll use Mikey or they'll go to Casey in this point and make fun of Casey, or they'll have April do something very dumb and stupid like a bimbo and just be like, oh yeah, I don't know no better, kind of stuff. But to me, I think going rated R for a Ninja Turtles movie is going into the right direction because you're talking to someone who's talking to himself, dealing with those inner conflicts, talking to his brothers. He don't give a damn what his brothers are saying, and he's trying to get revenge for his brothers. At the same time, all the story in between. Plus, if they're gonna go the route of giving us not just the last Ronin story, but really dig into the lost years of Last Ronin, where he wandered a bit. He had to go through the hero's quest, so to speak, and just be like, oh yeah, this, that, and the third. Oh, Muty, bop, 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 beat his ass, and whatever the case may be. He like has his own, arc into like, okay, now I gotta do something because there's got to be something there because we get a snippet of it, and it was very short until we got the actual comic of the Lost Years. So
Oh, we got
what we got? What we
look
got?
up here. Justin McFly popped in the chat. So what's up?
Just
How you doing?
doing it.
FBJ, Maz, same with the little kids who can't watch. Really, I think the movie rating system is actually outdated. I think what they need to do now is just change it to mature.
Yeah, they
I
gotta do
mean,
it like the game.
that's my point. R is too much of a cutoff. Like just it's rated R, and it might not really just let parents know it's mature themed. That's really all they need to know. And then of course there's a whole bunch of gratuity or a whole bunch of violence, then a little bit higher. But um, OG fan in the chat, he says 1970s to 1980s PG is today's R. He laughs.
Yeah,
And it is because I mean like there are PG movies where you see some flesh and you're like, this is PG.
mhm.
So
Yeah.
an OG fan, good morning everyone.
Good morning to
I'm
OG.
just catching up with the chat real quick, Lou.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
FBJ, Commander Green, Justin McFly. I was just saying hi to everybody.
Hmm.
Let's see.
Yeah. So,
FBJ agrees. They are hard PG-13 movies.
yeah, hard PG-13 movies, and then you look at the Doom Bay stuff; they're very soft PG movies.
Yeah, I just don't want to pigeonhole it in that R field where they feel they have to make it R and sacrifice story. Because I mean, if it turns out to be R, that's one thing. But
Hmm.
if they're just aiming for R, that's a whole different way to go about it, and that could potentially cause story problems.
It could,
Um,
but you also got to see if they got to take in consideration that when they make this film, right? This film is a bestseller for a reason, and it's not because of cursing or anything nudity or anything like that. It has to do with the way the story was told. It was told through five issues.
yeah,
Five, and in those five issues, you got heart wrenching stories of watching. Who is this turtle? We don't know who he is. We find out in the second issue who he is. Then we find out what happened to each member of the family and friends through each issue until we get towards the end of the book. But every time it's more like a flashback and then going back and forth.
it's a tale of revenge, which is a very adult,
Hey,
theme, but it's also a tale of growth because at the end, spoilers, he continues to live.
mhm.
He continues.
Yeah,
He
he's
doesn't
the
give up.
last Ronins because he's the last of them before it's time for him to go, and he's already planning to commit seppuku. And I'm gonna use the word seppuku so that way the algorithms and stuff like that don't go crazy and just like, oh, you said this word too many times, blah blah blah
He
blah.
said a dirty word. He
Yeah,
said a dirty
but
word.
see, this is what I'm getting to. I think the reason why they're going for the A or the R rated is because those those algorithms or whatever, it's skewing the verbiage, because right now the content that we're talking about is R-rated content, but if we use the language on top of that, it's like, okay, your stuff is not suitable for everyone. We need to, kind of move you over here because you're saying this too much, and that's all those AI generated stuff or whatever the case may be. But in regards to the film, it needs to be done right. If it's live action, if you got guys who are doing awesome animatronics, get it done. Because what they did in the 90s, it still holds weight as far as we would rather see the guy in the suit versus the CGI model. Granted, the
Mhm.
CGI model is wow, right? But something about the Jim Henson Studios doing that stuff, the whole makeup, the suit, uh, people
Oh, we're not
physically.
going to get a guy in a suit.
Yeah, I hope we do
We're going to
because
get a motion captured guy like they did the last ones. Hopefully, they'll look better, but they're not going to go back and do a guy in a suit because it's impractical. I mean, and the suit won't hold up. It won't. I mean, I know we all have that nostalgic love for the suits, but it won't hold up to today's standards. Kids will look at it and go, "How old is this movie?" Even though they're watching it in the theater as it just comes out. The kids today, even though they're not supposed to be seeing it, their parents will be like, "Turtles, go." Um, they're gonna wonder how old this movie is, and it's not gonna go well because regardless of who it's made for, that's gonna be part of the money that's coming in. Is going to determine the numbers. So they're gonna.
but you remember what we're saying, it's R-rated, so it's not
How many
targeted
kids went and
children.
saw
This is not a
Deadpool?
children's book. This is not a children's book. This is
I understand that.
I know you understand, but I'm just saying, like, it's not a children's book. The argument of targeting kids, it's not their goal. This is not something that oh yeah, we want to get the kids involved in this, that, and the third. It's up to the parents to make that happen if they want to. Here's a revenge story. You're gonna watch this. This is a hard version of the quest. You know, or this is what the
Well,
quest should
kids
have looked like.
went
But
and saw Logan too. I mean, and that wasn't really a goofy movie, but
yeah,
parents saw it as a superhero movie. They went to the box office, bought the tickets for the kids, and sent them in.
yeah,
Trust me, I know. I was at
yeah,
theater working there at the time.
yeah, and
Um,
even then, that movie was rated R, and you know, it's not like they forced it. Just like Wolverine needed to be an R because of
Yeah, but they didn't go sit there and say we're making an R-rated movie. They said we're making Wolverine. It's pretty adult, and the next thing you know, it's rated R. And they're
yeah,
like, okay, we're fine with this. That's
yeah,
we're
because
good with
I think
it.
the reason for saying it and stating it early on is to grab the attention of the people who actually read the comics and know Ninja Turtles and watch Ninja Turtles, and something to be aware of because people have the misconception that, oh yeah, this is Turtles is going to be goofy because growing up, parents see the Ninja Turtles on TV, oh they're goofy, they're not, da 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 da. Because even if you look at, like, for instance, I can look at a lot of the different versions of the cartoons, and two of my favorite cartoons are the 2003 cartoon, which has been faithful to the
The
comics.
movie?
No,
Oh, there was a
uh,
movie in the early 2000s that was animated. It was pretty good.
yeah, that's 2007
Yeah,
animated movie,
it was
which
animated
is
movie.
it fits in a specific place that's weird. But when it comes to the animation, it's the two. They say 2000X, which is really 2003, and the 2012 Nickelodeon Turtles, when Nickelodeon finally got the rights to the Turtles and they started doing their own animation, and it was all 3D or CGI, and that story, that art style took off. People were complaining about the three toes; they were supposed to be two, and after watching the first season, people forgot about the toes and just kept going with it.
You guys harp on the weirdest things, man. We got more chat, Lou. FPJ said could be done, but curious what an R-rated TMNT would have. I guess would have
They,
been.
mhm.
Kenny Lang says, would you prefer the turtle design to be the same from the other live action films? And then let me get this last question. More vulgar jokes and chopped limbs. FBJ similar to Deadpool, like local Lou.
Mhm.
So really, the question is, would you prefer the turtle design to be the same from the other live action films?
I would want them different. I'll actually want them different. Reason being, it doesn't tie it directly into the '90s movie, and that way it has its charm and its own thing. But if it's going to be live action, give us something a little new, recognizable, but not identifiable. Because if you see turtles, you can identify it as turtles, right? But if you pigeonhole it into the '90s, it's going to bring in a whole nother kettle of beans because we did the timeline here at Half Shell Saturday, and we said plain and simple, you got your 1 through 3, and then you can squeeze the TMNT movie in there as well, but all the Michael Bay stuff is a separate universe. But then you have the Next Mutation, which is the series, and that series, it literally takes place right after 3 because of the location that they're at. So when you look at the location of where they're living in TMNT, it's not the same place. So it's kind of like TMNT is its own universe that has a lot of the elements that happened on the previous 3 films. So it could be its own thing. It could be an Elseworlds thing. Um, but doesn't explain why the turtles are dumber. It doesn't explain any of those things. You have to watch the third movie, understand what they did because this wasn't a part of the plan, and then boom, we got Next Mutation, which everybody's dumb, even Shredder's dumb. It's like they specifically made that live action for kids, and it's like it kind of left a sour taste in our mouths for those who enjoyed the '90s movies. But
I,
something
I
like that.
I think the design they should stick really close to the comic book for this movie or for the books, and much like what NECA did with the last Ronin figures, try to
Yes.
stay with that design because to be honest with you, I fell in love with it when I read it, and I don't see why they should really change it too much. But you know, Windman42 says filmmakers know what rating they're going for. We just don't usually have it announced before production starts. They aren't saying it has to be R rated. They are saying this is what they're going for. And I
Hmm.
think they could also accomplish that by just saying adult or mature, um, without being pigeonholed into R rating. But yeah,
Yeah, but then again, if they say adult or mature, that also leads to ambiguous rating. So they're gonna give us a rating, just telling us, okay, this is what it is. This is what it's supposed to be.
Kenny thinks TMT with some Kill Bill vibes, and that would be really, that's very much like Last Ronin.
Hmm.
Although the stories, the stories put together even is kind of that way because you don't it's not just point A to point B to the end of the story. There's a lot of backstory within the first few books too, like just him becoming one with himself again.
Yeah.
So FBJ, as long as their hands are not tied and are staying true to Last Ronin story arc, so R gives them that. Yeah.
Hmm.
The
Yep.
problem is they're gonna probably add stuff, and that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. Well, that's with anything that they give us in cinema, because due to the fact that it's artist interpretation interpreting other people's art. So you have a legitimate faithful adaptation, and then you have a legitimate copy. Faithful adaptation is adapting to what we have with little tweaks here and there, but a straight up copy, is like, oh yeah, I read this in the book. Okay, well, why did I just pay this much money to watch it when I just read it? And I got visuals. I love the art versus what I see in film. So little differences here are allowed, and that's why we go to the cinema to see something different. But the only thing I do want to see is Splinter whipping some ass. I need to see Splinter whipping that ass
Well, he
because
did in that last movie, didn't he?
no, he did it in this movie before, which was
I thought
Teen.
Mutant Mayhem. He kicked the crap out of the kids, though.
Uh, you
Didn't he?
talking? Splinter didn't do much.
I thought he kicked the
Splinter,
crap out of the kids. I don't remember. I barely watched that movie because I didn't actually enjoy it.
the Michael Bay version, which was the first one, not the second one, because the second one had Krang, and Splinter was just there for comic
I was
relief.
talking about Mutant Mayhem, the animated one that
Oh,
just.
you talking about Mutant? Yeah, see, you're thinking of the animation. I was thinking of live action.
Or you want to see a live action Splinter kicking butt?
Bingo! I want to see him with
Well, you
ass.
see him in the first movie, the 1990s movie, man, shadowboxing. He's kicking the butt shadowboxing.
Not the same, Oz, not the
I
same.
learned
Because
karate from my master watching his movies,
because
blah,
him
blah, blah.
standing there on an actual platform that you can see when you watch it in a square box versus the widescreen, you see him standing on a platform. Shredder's coming after him. You can see some of the guys hiding and stuff. We know it's a puppet. We know it's a puppet. But
Aw.
when you look at the Michael Bay version, the first time we see it, Splinter's defending his family against Shredder that's mechanized looking like Whiplash or Iron Man, and he's doing it like effortlessly. And then, when you see all the blades and him getting attacked and he starts using his actual abilities as a rat to get around, and dodge stuff and be more agile, like we didn't see Splinter fight like that in the 90s. We only see him do a little nunchuck thing and then a little archery.
Well, it's because he was a puppet, but of course, yeah.
Yeah. So seeing that excited me. That was awesome. That brought me back to what was it? Attack of the Clones.
You got
You
your
know,
juices flowing. You.
yeah, no, it got me excited for a master who is wielding a weapon and showing you how it's done, like Master Yoda. So granted, he's an offshoot of that. Same thing with the whole, it's just awesome. It's awesome.
Turtles Nerd 88 says, "Hey, Loco Lou, did you get Fury Rage Studio toys, Donnie and Splinter?"
That is a perfect segue because we was about to end the topic of that and talk right into Fury / Rage Toys Samurai Force. So yes, I got my Donnie
I want to bring Leo up first.
and I got my Leo, and yeah, I wanted to switch the hood because out of everybody, like I'm looking at like the kits and stuff like that, this is the unique head, and I wish they gave us one to match Leo's and another one to match the next turtles that we get, which we're going to talk about as well. But I do got my master, and here he is.
He was going to drop that thing when I picked him up.
Yep. So I have him here. He's chilling.
We both have him. Whoa.
Yes, and by far one of my favorite third-party figures this year so far.
And then I
So
got
far,
the ultimate splinter that Lou doesn't have.
what was that?
I said, then I got the ultimate splinter you don't have.
You got the one from the last Ronin?
The ultimate splinter.
Oh, yeah, don't worry.
I know you have him. I'm just kidding.
Mine's just coming in the mail.
So. Oh, you didn't have this guy? I was kidding. I thought you had him.
No. I got mine late, so waiting for Big Bad Toy Store to fulfill my order. So yeah, I got this guy. This guy's awesome. I love the articulation on this guy. Very posable. Some limitation in the range, which is good. I think it's part of the charm of this figure. Having that limitations where you're forced to be in specific positions. Oh, I see Miles got his April O'Neil.
I've had her, man. I never do anything with her.
Oh, well, you don't have any Toon Turtles?
No, not really. This is my only Mauser, though, too. I need more Mausers.
Yeah, see, FBJ. Yeah, that's Splinter's
I don't know which one he's talking about, though. And which one came with these? I didn't even realize I had these little guys, man. These little turtles. Is this April or is that? Hold on, I'm bringing the camera in. This is one of the animated ones.
That comes with Splinter.
Splinter. Okay. Yeah.
That comes with Splinter.
I got a teapot that came with Splinter.
Yep. And he comes with the turtles and he comes with the ooze. Yeah.
And for some reason, Kang or something is mutant guy.
Oh yeah, that's Utram. That is a Utram. That's the one that you help, who's asking for assistance. But in the comic, that is. And let's see. Turtle Nerd 88 says, "Very Rage Sword TMNT figures are fire." Yes, they are. They are. Now, this Splinter gives me that Michael Bay and 2003 vibes, just based on the color of his fur. Also, the fact that he comes with these nice wakazashis, or in my opinion, these look more like tantos because they fit in his hand like a regular knife, and being that his hands is big, they kind of fit like tantos, which is supposed to be just little daggers, little knives and stuff. But on him, it looks like a wakazashi. On Leo, he has basically wakazashis because they're not long katanas, and being the proportions that he is, it's not a full katana.
Wakazashi is a lot smaller than that, right?
What was that?
Wakazashi is a lot smaller than that. You realize?
I'm going according to the scale.
Because still a lot smaller than that.
Huh?
The Wakazashi is still smaller than that. Wakazashi is like this long, dude.
What was that?
The blade on Wakazashi is like this long.
No, that's the tanto. That's a tanto. Tanto's the small dagger that goes on their belt. That stays there. That's for the seppuku. The wakazashis is the short sword that is the blade is about this big.
All right, whatever.
And then you have your katana, and then you have the what was it? The Ichido katana, which is the long double-bladed sword that's kind of like Sephiroth, but that's for horseback riding. But they stopped using that, a long time ago.
You guys can have your
amazing, yes.
You guys can have your guns on your Donnie. I like my Naginata.
Yeah, the Naginata is awesome. And
this is just an attachment that goes on the end of his bow staff. So
yes,
which is cool. This gun is just holstered. We're just gonna holster that.
Yeah, so I have my Donnie as a marksman with his ninja hood, which I think all the turtles should come with the ninja hood like this, where their face is covered up with their respectable colors and a hood in the brown. And I think they all should have the brown hoodies. But this Splinter right here, this guy is nice. The soft goods is here. The joints on this guy, it's pretty smooth. It could have been better, but it's very stylized to give him that very rat appearance, even though he has more of like an ape appearance, because his arms are super long and his back legs are super short. So
he's crouching a lot in his stance, though, so you can't really say his legs are that short. He's just not.
Oh no! If I was to pop his arms and legs off, and I was to try to, replicate the way it's, is his legs are short. He got monkey arms. He got, the big monkey arms. So let me see. No,
Kenny, yeah, he's got a magnetic cap.
good. And
OG fan was getting in the conversation about the Wakizashi and
a
Tonto.
tanto is the size of a knife. Yeah, that it's the small one. They still represent call the tanto a sword. They don't really call it a knife. They call it a sword. But yeah, same thing.
What show? What are you talking about, OG fan? He says, "Oh wow, I was watching the show earlier. That's why they call it dope." What?
Yeah,
What? Call what?
that's why they call it dope. That's the show. That's the show he was watching.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, this is really nice. He got this rope style backpack with the scroll, which this ninja scroll is like one of the best accessories out
But
of.
when you're putting that scroll in there, don't do what I tried to do at first and try to just shove it through. That actually, the backpack comes apart.
Yeah, see,
You can pull it apart to get the scroll out.
Take it out. You have kind of a logo right there in the back, right there, engraved, which is nice. And then you got the ooze. Now, fun fact: before we go to the ooze, I want to get to the scroll. This scroll got nice printing here, which is really, really nice.
That's the learning to fight things. That's like the different moves.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. That's that other side. That's this side right here. So you get to see all of the stances, and then I love this. It has like, oh, this was caught in the fire. They went and grabbed it, and this is the remainings of the scroll. Because, dude, the weathering on this is nice. The print on it is nice. The feel of it is nice. This is a nice accessory. I really, 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 really enjoy this. Because you could use this with the baby turtles, which I have here, that go great. This is a part of the accessories pack. And no, the cart does not come with it. The cart is from
with your Bandai Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yep, and this is from the first one. I got the second one as well.
Yeah, so
that right there is yay. So,
nice. So I'm gonna bring this up though,
real quick before you do. We also got the ooze. If I could get it out from the little container, because I put a little tacky tack to hold it in place. You get this canister of ooze, which is dope. This is one side. I'm gonna just make sure it goes into its cavity that's supposed to be there. There you go.
She said,
yeah. So you see that. This is nice. It's a very stylized version of the canister of ooze. But I removed the top because you have a little tube in there, and then you see this hollowed, and then you got this thing here. This thing, which I didn't see anyone talk about.
That glows in the dark.
Glows in the dark. So forgive me. You go.
So he's using a UV light to activate the glow, and then you have to cover it though, so people can see it glows.
Yeah, they're gonna see it. Just give me a moment, and you can see a little glow in there already.
You can't tell at all.
But
turn your lights off.
I will. You gotta give me a moment. Gotta give me a moment, because if I do it like this, there we go.
All right. Yeah, you can kind of see that it's glowing now. Yeah.
There you go. So
you go, girl.
That's right. That's what she said. All right. So, what was it that you wanted to add to that, Maz?
I was gonna add this. Bum, bum, bum.
Yes. Can we solo that? Can we big that up?
No.
Yes, we can. There we go. Yes, we can. So, here is the pre-order for summer on 5K.
And this is also with the custom kit.
Yes.
Because there's several ways you can order this on 5K.
Mind you, that's something they didn't do before. Now,
yeah, I like that they did this.
Now they applied it. That's a nice way to kind of save money if you just want the turtles as samurai and not as the ninja turtles that we know and love them today.
Well, for the sake of going over just the figure, though, I'm going to do that. Well,
please,
the custom kit is an option to get all together, but this is what you get if you just buy the figure.
and that's a lot.
Yeah,
That's
but
that.
you notice you don't get a non like samurai crazy looking Mikey head. You get a covered Mikey. I mean, you don't really see Mikey's head.
Yeah. See, that's
That's the custom kit there. Why did it do that? I didn't want to do that. Um, right.
yeah.
Anyway,
So when you look at this Mikey, this summer figure, the summer figure is basically the crossbow master. So he has this very unique head, which is dope because I think Leo was the one that was or Spring, excuse me, was the one cheated out of an extra head sculpt. And here's why: Autumn comes with the hooded masked head sculpt, where you can remove the hood portion and still have that blue ninja style bandana, which is awesome. And I tagged Luke, tagged you on. All right, thank
If
you.
you want him to see something right now, though, you probably need to tag me because Lou
Yes,
has
Maz.
to flip flop. He can't stream and look at the tag at the same time.
Yeah, because I'm
So
doing everything through my phone right now, and Maz is the one behind the.
I'm on a
He
computer, so I can multitask.
he's the one behind the madness right now. I'm just mad. Anyway, thank you. So you get the crossbow backpack, which is very unique, very different. Haven't seen anything like that before. That's so dope. You get the two nunchakus. Basically, you see that has an attachment piece and a detachment piece. So basically, those single portion sticks plug into the spinning nunchuck portion right there. But if you get the accessory kit, you get flames and another spinning nunchuck. So you can get two spinning nunchucks and you can get the flames. Now the flames you can put on the sticks to represent torches, and they also double as flames for the back of the thrusters, which
Why
here
don't
is
we
fire.
stick to the character first?
No, but I'm speaking about the weapon because the weapon goes with that because they're gonna show it as they are advertising it when we see
Mhm.
the images of the figure. They kind of sell you on buying the kit regardless, even if you just want this.
Well,
They
yeah.
have
If you don't buy the kit, then
you're missing out on
yeah,
pieces.
you're
Basically,
you're
you're
missing
gonna
out
be.
on the skateboard too. And I thought the flame was for the skateboard.
Oh,
Yeah, the
go
flame's
to
for
the
the
images.
skateboard. There's nothing with
Get out
that.
of there, or go to the next image. Go to the next image. There we go. So, as you can see, he has his crossbows on his forearms. They attach to his forearms. He also has this like shoulder poncho thing going on that attaches to his straps that's on top of him, or that would be on the back of him. And I love the way he has laces on his legs, looking like a WWE wrestler, man. It's so cool. I like that. But he also has a top knot. None of the turtles have hair, and this time he has hair. This kind of reminds me of the mech Michelangelo that has like wired dreads in the back of his head, which I find hilarious. But here he got the crossbow for his forearms. In the next image, they're gonna show us some more stuff, which is the
Oh,
crossbow.
that's
That
cool.
is so different, so unique. It is awesome. It is real awesome. And I think within the past 2 days, they gave us more images of the freaking grappling hooks going on top of the sticks, so the sticks could double as portable grappling hooks. So it's like if Donnie hooked them up with the technology to make anything into a grappling hook. Is freaking dope. Uh, can we go to the next image?
Yeah.
See, there's the
Okay.
torches.
All right. All right.
So
Fair enough.
they selling you on buying the accessory pack so that way you can do other things with this kit. Granted, when we first saw this, it was in the images of, oh yeah, look, we getting our 5K version of Mikey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is gonna be cool. Blah 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 blah. The same old, right? And then finally they gave us all the samurai stuff because we've been asking for it. And I think having us wait for it was a smart idea because I'm happy with this. What do you think, Mas?
Well, I mean, I'm pre-ordering the hell out of this when I can. It's gonna be like next week before I do it, but I'm always buying all the accessory packs for them. you and I both have bought multiples of each of these figures just to make
Yep.
sure we're good on all of it.
Hmm.
Um, I'm personally, I'm a traditionalist though, so as cool as these head sculpts are, I kind of like the one that comes with the kit, just because it's Mikey, um,
I,
and that's just the way I am though. So that might probably be the look I'm gonna go with. But see, there's if you're like me and you want that traditional Mikey, you have to get the kit to get
hmm
this head sculpt. This does not come with the figure. The ones that come with the figure all got the top knot, so I got the full mask on. So if you want a Mikey, like a straight up Mikey and not just a summer, you need to get the kit with your order. So,
Yep.
but I mean, look at it. You can put the grappling hooks in the
Like I
in
was saying,
there.
this is an added image. This wasn't there before. This is a new image, and this was there already, but
Yeah,
the image before wasn't there, and that's cool that you're able to have that option. And now here's something new. If we could zoom in on that head sculpt, man, if we could zoom
no.
in if possible, but it won't allow us to. The freaking head
Well,
sculpt,
I could
it,
I think
it's
alt.
the same head sculpt, but this one has the top portion of the rest of the mask. That right there is it's awesome. He kind of have like this gator look to him. What do you think?
It's pretty cool, man. There we go. That's zoomed in. By the
Oh
way.
man, dude, that right there is awesome. I enjoy the hell out of that, man.
But again, as I mentioned before, I'm kind of more of a traditionalist, so I'll probably end up using the regular Mikey head. To be honest
Yeah,
with you, there
see,
might be a couple of shots I'll use this one, but for the most part, I'll probably be in the regular Mikey head.
I
I'm weird like that.
love this. I
Just like
love
my Donnie right now is not wearing the samurai one. My Leo's not wearing the samurai one. They're
yeah, see, I don't have them with their traditional stuff on because I kind of have a shot in mind coming up soon with these particular characters. The fact that we have options that make the turtles so different
I
and
do like
so
the backpack though.
it yeah, the backpack's dope, man. It's really nice. Um I just think that they took this to a whole nother level. Now when you get the kit, you get three head sculpts. That's the same thing with Autumn. Autumn, you get three head sculpts. You get, the hooded one, you get the smiling head sculpt, and then you get the samurai helmeted head sculpt. Now this brings to question, what are they going to do next, right? And what are they going to do for an accessory set? Are they going to wait for the third item to come out? Because we did get teased on a couple of things. Like we got teased with Bebop, and it was in grayscale, and it looked nice. So basically, it was a warthog or rocking a vest. So when you see that, you're looking at it and you're like, oh wow, we can have our own universe here. But it's a figure every year, or two figures a year. Like we got the Donnie and first the accessory pack right after, and then Splinter shortly after. So with that, we're looking at a possible another year. They say quarter three, quarter four for this to be released this year, and they did the same thing with the last three. Oh yeah, it's gonna come out in Christmas, and then there's always delays. And here we got new
Well,
engineering.
remember also with the last one, we had like actual production models. They weren't even painted yet when they first advertised it. This is a fully painted, fully posable figure. So I think this is a bit further along than the other ones were when they teased them.
I hope so because when I first saw the Leo and the Donnie, they were grayscaled and painted up and then put on display. You saw it already in the paint. So waited a whole year and a half to get a video showing that somebody built it and painted it out of grayscale, and then to hear that it was going to come up for pre-order this year, I was like, oh okay, cool. And that was the year that you got to pre-order spring. You only got spring though, and then you had to wait a whole year after. Once the pre-orders went in, a whole year it almost took, because I got mine
You
towards
could
the
pre-order the custom kit too, though, when you pre-ordered Spring.
He came with a custom kit, but his custom kit was just the extra head because the original figure didn't have the extra head and the swords and the open hands.
Yeah.
Here, they give you all the hands for Autumn, and for Mikey, they give you all the hands as well. So like you had to make sure that you got yours from 5K so you can get your accessory kit because some other sites, it was a little fishy. People were
Well,
saying,
Gundam had the accessory kit too. Remember, because that was
yeah,
where I ordered my spring from.
yeah, Gundam is another spot that has it. But see, I pre-ordered mine first from Gundam, and then I saw 5K put theirs up, and I placed an order with 5K as well, just so that way I could be in the safe.
Yeah.
Want to make sure that I get mines, even if mines come a little bit early, a little bit late, doesn't matter, as long as I have it in my collection.
Gundam was a little earlier this time around.
Yeah, Gundam was earlier. I think it was earlier too for
They came around the same time, remember? Because I had ordered mine and you'd ordered yours, and we got them within a day of each other.
Yeah, but
With Leo.
but I think people who got theirs first wasn't directly from 5K. They got theirs from Gundam, and I was like, oh, I need to go order from Gundam.
It was only because 5K took a little longer to actually ship it. They had them though. It wasn't like this time around where you had to wait for them to get overseas. Because Gundam had actually shipped them this time before 5K even got theirs. Last time 5K got theirs, but they were still taking payments to sell it, like to get that second payment to start shipping it. They weren't quite ready to ship it yet, but they had it.
Yeah. So, when you get this guy, you're gonna have a buttloads of accessories, and it's nice, and it's a little misleading because when you see the skateboard for the custom kit, you see 4 skateboards. You're not getting 4 skateboards. You get one skateboard, and this is the variations you can make of it. So if you squeeze it a little bit, that's what you're getting. You're getting a bang for your buck for the price that they're asking for.
Yeah.
You get new articulation that wasn't on any of the other figures. So they really are listening to the people who are purchasing this item, and they're going to town with it. They're giving the option to make it like the inspiration for these figures. But I love them, man. I can't wait for Raph, man. Like Mikey's already here showing us up. I'm like, yes, they better give us Raph right away.
What I'm hoping they also give you is a last Ronin Mikey. I hope they go down that road with these figures too.
Imagine the parts that they give you. You can make a last Ronin Mikey.
I think you can still order Donnie and Splinter. I don't think they're sold out yet. Lou, do you know? I guess I can check.
No. They're open. Look, it's right there.
What? Donnie and what?
You looking for Donnie and Splinter?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just if you go to Rage, you just type in Rage, or you go to the
There's Donnie right there.
Donnie, Splinter,
and there's Splinter, and there's your custom pack. So they're all still available here. These are the full prices, I believe. I don't know what the custom pack is. $17.50 was that? Oh, that's second payment only. So they're still not up. Hold on. All right, so they're not up for actual pre-order rate yet, or for buy. These are so people can finish paying them off. After tomorrow is the cutoff day for these people to pay them off, and then whatever stock they have left, then they'll be up for sale.
That's true. Yep.
So tomorrow is a cutoff date for the people to finish paying their pre-orders. So as you see, all of these are second payment only.
Mm-hmm.
So the original kit was like $35. And that's what you got for the original kit for this one. You got an extra spring head. You got some throwing stars, which are some of the best throwing stars I've seen.
Oh my God, the size on it on point.
And the throwing hands, which is great.
Throwing hand is nice. See, they should have gave us an extra head for Leo that matched Donnie's hooded look. That hooded look, I love this hooded look because it's like taking the word Ninja Turtles and literally giving them a ninja motif on their masks.
Well, what you could do, I mean, we have extras of both these figures. That hood is not color coded to just Donnie. You could take an extra one out of your other figure and put it on Leo.
Well, technically, it is color coded to Donnie because his green doesn't match Leo's green.
Not the head. I'm talking about the cover.
Oh, the cover. The cover is to the head. Like
I thought the cover was the second piece.
No, it's molded specifically
Oh,
for that type of head. That's what I'm saying. Like the hood and the that mask needs to come for both, for all four of them. I want all of them to have the ability to have similar accessories, like the helmets, the hoods, to give them some type of uniform, and also to change them when I see fit for asymmetry. So if I wanted, Leo with the hood this
sure.
time and Donnie with um a top knot, instead. Something like that, because their head shapes are supposed to be relatively the same size from between Donnie and Leo.
All
But
right. So Gun Damn It, by the way, has got them up for sale now. So
yeah,
if you want one and you don't want to wait for 5K to potentially have stock, because you don't know if they're going to, they're still waiting to release that stock. You can get Donnie now. He's $54.99. Gun Damn It is trusted. We both have ordered from them before.
yes, we have.
Let's see if they got Splinter. He's also $54.99. So the accessory pack, let me see if they got that.
Hold up. While you do that, I'm going to big us up so we can see our faces, because
Yeah.
they're not seeing our faces.
Accessory pack is also available. So you can go and get these from Gun Damn It if you don't want to wait for 5K and potentially miss out. I'm not saying you will. They'll probably have stock to sell, but if you don't want to take that chance, you have this right here. And this is a site that Lou and I both ordered from, so we can say that we have not had any problems with them.
That's correct.
I won't say, oh, you have to do this or that. I'm just saying we have not had any problems with them. They've been very good to us. So
Yes, we can recommend them. We can recommend them. That's
from
what.
our experience, we can recommend them, but we can't attest to all experiences.
Hey, hey, hey.
I don't want to be caught in that Justin zone there.
Well, I haven't had an issue, and people that I've ordered haven't had an issue. When I thought I had an issue, I read the fine line. They said give them some time. They'll get it, and just make sure you pay attention to where you order. So when you go to your order on the site will give you your tracking number. So you just got to pay attention to that. That's the only thing that I can say, that yeah, that's something that I had to learn, because I didn't know what I was doing at the time. But they were kind enough to point me into the right direction, which is something that you would want from a customer service and stuff like that. We
I'll
hardly
put
get
the
good.
link in the chat too, guys, so that it's there for Gun Damn It.
Yeah.
And then again, the other site that a lot of pre-orders go through. If you want to see this one here, and this is the best one for the kit, I'll link this in the chat too. Although it says I'm Lou, I'm not.
Yeah.
So there's the 5K link for the Mikey. You can choose. It's already defaulted on Mikey, but if you want the kit, just make sure you select the other one.
Yeah. Make sure you I say get the kit, because if you get the kit, let me see. You're better off.
Is Gun Damn It the people that actually originated that? What are you talking about? What does Turtle Nerd say? Fury Rage Toys TMNT figures came from Gun Damn It. What does that mean? Yours came from there, or they originated the production?
Well, they're not the originators. They're soliciting. They're the sellers.
I think he meant he got his from Gun Damn It.
Yeah, that's what I got from it. So, but yeah, so I'm happy. I'm stoked, man. I'm stoked. I can't wait. I can't wait. Even though I have to wait, I can't wait. I'm more excited for these than I am for the NECA stuff, because the NECA stuff, oh my god, it's a nightmare. It is a nightmare, dude. I got yeah, he said his came from Gundam. Yeah.
We had the 4-pack sitting on the shelf for a couple of days.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't have the funds at the time, and then when I did have the funds, I wanted to catch a store exclusive for my samurai.
Well, that was your choice, sir.
That is true. It was my choice, but at the time it would have been already sold out, because I just came into some extra funds. That's why I was able to get that. So with that being said, though, I'm stoked for the figures. I'm happy that we're getting something new, and yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. We already passed the hour mark, and I got a lot of noise coming up from upstairs, and I see Rock and the Leo with the same pose from last week. I love that. I love that Leo, man. I love the figures, man.
The Mezco guys.
Yo, Mezco did their thing, man. Mezco did that thing. Like I can see Casey Jones coming in as a freaking
You're not
that,
gonna do him exclusive, do you think?
yep, I can see it as an exclusive just to stick it to us.
Well, that will suck because I was somebody in the Mezco groups actually was just talking about trying to because they had a pre-order fall through a smaller company in Australia
Hmm.
um, for these turtles, and they canceled his pre-order. And I was commenting on the post. I was like, for something that is important to you like this, if turtles are your thing or whatever, and you want to try to guarantee a pre-order, make sure it doesn't get canceled. Um, I would even hesitate to order through Mezco unless it's an exclusive, of course.
Yeah.
I would order through a store with big buying power. So since he's in
Yep.
Australia, I told him Pop Culture here, Big Bad Toy Store.
Hmm.
Somebody's got big buying power because they're less likely to get screwed by Mezco because Mezco's gonna be like, we need their business.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna
Exactly.
make sure their orders are filled. So
Yeah. They need to make sure that like people who ordered, they just got to make sure that they got to make sure that their credit card's up to date. They got to make sure that when the payment is about to happen, that they update because I think it's every 3 months or every 2 months the system needs to update, so you have to put in your card information. So when it says you're about to get charged, make sure you update your stuff. You get a little link in your email, and you go to your email and you update
well,
your stuff.
Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth are both kind of bad about notifying you. For my turtles, thankfully they were on my credit card at the time, but for my turtles, I got notified around lunchtime, and then by 3 p.m. I was charged. And my
Yeah.
email doesn't always ping through on my phone. Like
Yeah.
it'll sometimes I'll get one message, and then the other time I go and look and be like, wow, that would have been a nice one to see that came in because that was something I needed. Like say
Hmm.
PayPal, we're about to bill you for paying for. That'd be nice to know, but it doesn't always ding through on my phone. I don't know why, but
Yeah, but with what you call it, with 5K, they'll let you know via email, or they'll post it up on their Instagram when it's time to make that payment. But for Mezco and that all that other stuff, man, I have a feeling that we're gonna get Casey Jones as DCC exclusive, and that's going to be a little different because you can't. I think it will be a mistake on their part to make it an exclusive, just because of sheer principle. You know, that's Raf's number one man, and you're gonna have him as basically. Ooh, look at these shots.
these are the when they said they tagged you. This is what they tagged
Oh,
you.
nice.
So
Yeah,
they
I like
tagged
the.
me.
Yeah, see, yeah, these figures are different, man. They're different. They have a different vibe, different feel. I think the tail on Splinter should have been a little bit snugger because it pops off.
Yeah,
When
when you're posing that, you want to make sure you hold it by the base so it doesn't pop right off.
yeah, sometimes I'm not even meaning to touch it, and it'll just pop off just
Oh, well, then
because.
yours isn't on that well. Mine doesn't pop off that easy.
Yeah, mine's pops off if I'm hand handing it.
But he does have a balancing issue too. So you really need to play with the tail versus his his stance and stuff because his tail, of course, pulls him backwards. And I'm one of those people that when I pose a figure, particularly with a tail, I don't want them to lean on it. I prefer that because it doesn't look natural. It looks like they're leaning on it.
Yeah,
So like for my Splinter, I made sure he's leaning on his cane because I mean it's made to be
yeah,
leaned on. So I got
exactly.
him leaning a little forward on the cane. Um,
Oh man, I'm gonna futz with this guy a little bit more later because he was good until I started messing with him. I have the Kiki's joint fixer stuff, but I don't want to put too much where it gets stuck. You know what I mean?
mhm.
So like it goes in fine and it stays. It has its movement, but just a little too much force, it'll pop out. It'll just pop out. But it's good. I'm going to be working on a shot later today for Tuesday, which um
I
you
don't know
know,
what the hell I'm gonna shoot, man. I got that Void Cadet with his mech. I got my turtles. I got
dude, I think you should do the turtles first. Get your turtles out the way because you haven't done anything
I
yet.
gotta shoot some aliens because Alien Day is coming up too.
Hey, listen, perfect opportunity, man. You got your Mezcos. Throw it in for a Mezco Monday. You know,
I got one Mezco alien, man.
that's all you need, big chat. That's all you need. All you need is one to cause mayhem.
One to scare Mikey with that face.
Exactly, and that's all you need. You know, you just have some fun with it, man. And for me, what I'm going to do is something very simple. I'm going to be saying, Maz, you want to do a collab with the mech? You want to
That's gonna have to wait a little bit. I got a lot of stuff to do around the house before I'm hesitant to start it because we got some people coming by. I got to do a lot of cleaning right now, so
I'm not saying
it's gonna be like a week or two before I do anything.
ready to take shots of the mech. You let me know you want to do a collab, and we'll do something together.
All right, all right. I don't
Yeah,
know what I'm gonna do with my mech either because I think I gotta build stuff. I don't know. I gotta build stuff,
I don't think you have to build too much.
and I gotta wait for my other head. I didn't get sent the angry head with the roach.
Yours didn't come with a. Oh, yours
It,
didn't.
it, it will. He just forgot to pack it, so he's sending that stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine
Um,
because with the regular head, you can put the mask and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. Kenny says have a great rest of the
weekend.
weekend. Gentlemen, thank you, sir. I appreciate you. So yeah, man. Hour 16. We covered everything I wanted to talk about in regards to turtles and what's to come. I'm excited for this. This is the latest in turtle news. Holothon still a crapshoot. I was trying to get the 4-pack and I couldn't get it because I was late to the party, and it happens.
And you chose to buy something else instead. Don't forget that. That's part of it too.
But I got mine's yesterday.
Oh, your 4-pack?
No, I got my samurai yesterday.
Yeah, but you could have bought the 4-pack yesterday.
But I didn't know it was still available at your store.
Oh, well, why my store? I don't have money to buy it.
There you go. See, like that. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying it's been around still. We didn't get any new Holothon stuff though.
Yeah, because
so I think it's over.
Yeah, it's over for stuff getting shipped there. They had the whole Holothon thing yesterday. On Friday. When I said yesterday, I meant Thursday. I got mine on Thursday, the samurai. But thanks, Renz. Appreciate you, man.
Friends, thank you.
You too, my man. Also, what should we call it? We had so many other things come up at the same time. It's like, come on, man. Why are you gonna give us so much stuff in one go, and you're still pushing the sewer layer on top of that? So it's like there's no room to collect because everything's a chase, but you have to be selective with what you're chasing if you collect everything.
Have you considered like just dialing back your turtle? Like for me, I don't touch the animated stuff really. So like that's a dial back. I don't do that.
Yeah, no, but I'm speaking in generals. If you collect all of them, and you collect Mirage, you collect comics, you collect the Toon stuff, because they didn't have anything for movies. They had nothing for movies.
No, they had Last Ronin. But the Last Ronin and the Mirage stuff is not limited to Holothon. Other stores will get those things. The animated stuff though is limited to Holothon.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's limited so much to Holothon as it is. It's early. Yeah, it's Target. It's only Target. Yeah. It's just this is early access because I know.
Well, early access for the Mirage and the Ronin, but Target is the only ones getting the animated.
Yeah, they're the only ones that get animated, which is dumb because my Target never had anything. And if I go there now, they still won't have anything. That shelf has been bare since that store has been open.
Well, then it sounds like the vendor's not showing up, and you might need to. Did you ask anybody?
I asked, and no one knows nothing, and that's because everybody there is lazy.
I can't. I mean, if I was there, I'd be like, let me check for you, but because that's what I do.
Yeah, I hear you. I appreciate you for that. Even though you're not in my local store, but it's all good.
Kind of hard to hook you up here.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna be on the lookout for those punk turtles. I don't know if I need the ultimate turtles because they have those extra accessories.
You got Donnie's twirling bow staff though.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I kind of want out of that whole pack is that twirling bow staff.
I think it's a miss on NECA's part to give us those accessory packs on the ultimate turtles, even though those ultimate turtles are boring, in my opinion. they should have just given us an accessory pack and then another opportunity to get
Because the accessory pack went over so well last year. We never even got those in my store.
dude. Which one? You talking about the movie
the
ones?
accessory pack that came out last year.
The movie ones, or
The animated ones.
you talking about which set though?
The accessory. It was called the accessory pack. Came out last year.
So you're talking about the one with the kids, the
Yeah.
baby turtles and stuff like that. Yeah, I think the draw on that was the droid, the little robot, and the turtles, baby turtles, and then all the other little accessories you needed to get for the living room set. So
you need to talk to Justin, because apparently his Target and Walmarts are mutant freaking stores, and he can just go in there and buy whatever like as a vending machine. It's never out. I mean, you see his picture he linked to us? He had freaking the Raph and Casey 2-pack from the movie, the one I could never find here. He was holding it in his hand with a clearance sticker on it. And then of course he bought it for himself. I was like, dude, I never okay, fine.
That's crazy, man. That's just
I've never seen that. I don't have it. And he's like, oh well. I'm like, thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah, see me.
And then I think Pablo wanted the other pack that he had in his hand. It had the Splinter and
yeah, he wants the Shredder and Splinter 2-pack.
I see that one all the time, but not clearanced. But
yeah, you don't see them clearanced in our neck of the woods. That's because they all went to Justin, and he has it.
Yeah. So hit up Justin and ask him if he's got a 4-pack laying around.
I'll ask if he has anything.
Your luck though, he'll buy it for himself and be like, I might part it out. That's what you think he said he was going to do with that Splinter tube.
I know Pablo needed the accessories, so I don't know. We'll see. Because
he just wanted Splinter's accessories, man.
Yeah, I just thank you for joining me, Maz, and helping me out over here. Like, I got to navigate this a little bit different. I got to play with it and see how I'm going to add some stuff, because it looks like I have certain limitations here. Like I think I could swap you there. I'm learning how to swap, and I'm seeing how to share screen. It's not showing me how to share screen here, and it's crazy. It's crazy. See, yeah, you could do all of that, but it's not showing me that I could, share screen, which is funny, real funny. Like, all this mess that I got back here. But yeah, Maz, thank you again for joining me Half Show Saturday, and guys, like, share, subscribe, and good luck on your hunt for the turtles. So,
are you using that opener thing for the outro? What do you use for the outro?
What are you talking about, man? We just dead out cut like this, man.